Let's talk about freedom. How many of you want to have freedom in your life? And that to me means three things. It means financial freedom, that you're generating enough income in your life that you can feel like you're free. It means time freedom, that you're not stuck doing something 24/7, but you actually have space. And the third thing is expression. Expression freedom means that you're free to be yourself. This is the three components that I teach my clients in order for them to have the business that they absolutely love. One of the things I see so often with women that are spiritual coaches or mentors or healers is that there is an offness in the application of effort. So it translates that, okay, over here, I want to have all this freedom, which means I get to fully be myself. I have to be in my own space. I have to have all this space and time, and somehow there's no money. Over here, I hustle. I do. I have to not be myself in order to market and sell my business, my whatever it is that I offer to my clients. And let's say I generate some income. In other words, you feel like you always have to give up something in order to fully be free. And I'm here to tell you that that is not so. The reason that you might feel like those things are separate is because you have not figured out yet how to run your business in a way that allows you to have all those three components. So when I'm talking about a business, it's not some big scary thing. It's about you literally just doing what you do right now, probably with your clients, is when you already supporting the people, you're already giving them whatever this beautiful energy of yours that you have, you already lovely energies coming through you and the guides and whatever else you're bringing for your clients. It's already happening. And you feel this incredible spaciousness and power and alignment and authority and leadership and all this beautiful abundance that goes through you when you're in that space. So it's either that there is no system that you have in how to create more wealth doing it, or that you're not fully allowing yourself to be yourself. So these components, kind of like you have the freedom of time, but then not enough money, not enough self-expression. We're always juggling those three things. And what I know is that if your business is set up correctly and you actually get to do whatever it is you do in a way that feels super aligned, none of those are issues. Instead, everything comes together as this beautiful alignment. So the way I teach my clients is that if you find your expertise and that expertise is clearly articulated, and then you create your offers based on that from the soul level, not from the skills that you've learned, not some letters after your name if you got some certifications, but from who you truly are, your soul gift this lifetime. And then that is what gets packaged and properly promoted in a way that you get to express yourself correctly. So shedding all these things that might be in the way that's stopping you from your full expression because of fears or karmic patterns or overlays or conditioning. Then you get to have the financial piece, the third piece, the abundance. So I'm Eugenia Oganova. I am a business strategist, messaging energetics coach, transcension mentor. I have been in business for over 20 years, and I've been teaching conscious people how to generate income through doing this amazing thing that they're already doing. In other words, whatever your soul work is, it's meant to be without pressure and forcing yourself into some cookie cutter strategy that would then allow you to make income. Instead, it's meant to be something that you put effort in correctly. So instead of doing 200 things, you're only doing 2 or 3 things that are right for you. And that you're able to clearly speak in human speak that other people actually understand, not in a multidimensional speak that nobody gets, but in a way that potential clients can understand, can want to come towards you, who can want to pay you because they see the value in it. And then you receive that wealth and gratitude, and in your generosity you offer more, and then you receive more wealth. So it becomes a cycle. In that cycle, there are different ways of how different coaches teach it. The way that I help my clients is the time freedom is always a factor. The reason for that is because spiritual people, we tend to be very sensitive, and sensitivity requires some recharge. So even if you're the active person who tends to do a lot of things, like I'm that type, it still doesn't mean that you're meant to do things all the time, because then you will burn out. And that's unfortunately what happens with most people who are trying to run their businesses. They get to the place of generating some income and clients start to come and it's exciting, but then they cannot maintain it. They cannot sustain it because energetically it feels like there is no break. So then anytime, if you have taken a business course, if you have probably got something online for free, there's so many of those freebies floating around the internet, and they all tell you things that are hustle direction. They all tell you, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this, and then it's gonna work. And you try to do that and you realize, well, it's not quite working, so I probably should do more or harder. And then depending on your personality, you either push and burn out, or you just give up and say, okay, I guess that's just me and I'm not good enough. But what we want is for you to deliver your gift to the world. The planet needs you. Humanity needs you. Right now is your time to be the leader in consciousness. It's not the time to wiggle out because of some issues you might be having about business. It's your time to show up. But you are meant to have freedom as you do your work. So there are ways to create a business that allows you to work smaller number of hours per week and yet generate higher income with integrity. All of this has to do with the value you deliver. It has nothing to do with who you know. It's not about marketing to rich people. It's not about charging lots of money by just adding like zeros to your $50 offer and saying, well, it's $500 now, or it's $5,000 now. That's out of integrity. So I'm not suggesting that. What I am talking about is that if in your heart of hearts you know that you meant to serve and you want to get paid through doing that work, there is a way to do this with those three components of freedom. When you are bringing good income, when you are having enough time freedom in your life, so you're not constantly working or marketing and hustling, and that you are free to express yourself. That third component, the expression piece, is linked to your soul design. It's linked to how you are built in this lifetime. Understanding the specifics of who you are, understanding what is your true expertise, understanding what are the true gifts, not the stuff you have learned, not the things that you have trained yourself in, but beyond all that, what is the truly you that is meant to deliver the gift, and then letting her fully express herself. This is the part where I think the highest amount of personal transformation work takes place, because it's not that complicated to learn some basic business strategies, apply them, and start having a business that actually works. It's not that hard to learn how to speak correctly. Once you got the hang of it and practiced a little, you're good. You can just keep doing it and it works and it feels easy. Those parts are kind of more mechanical in a sense, but the self-expression piece, that's where the most personal transformation needs to take place in order for the proper business strategy that is aligned to you to actually work. Self-expression is not about just like, ta-da, I just get to be myself. Like, we're not talking about that. This is another misconception out there, that you always have to be excited, like always like that. Or you have to be live and, like with this light coming through you and speak as if like you're on helium. No, none of those things are needed. You can be whatever you are. And there are still people who contracted on the soul level to come and work with you. But the key component is you have to let yourself be who you are. And this is where karmic overlays, conditioning, imprinting, all the programming we get from society, from parents, from education, all this stuff comes in. Even stuff like, okay, I'm going to learn how to do this, and there's this course, and this course teaches how to do this. I'm going to purchase this course, I'm going to do this, and it's not quite working like the course said. Now, instead of trusting you and finding a way to make it yours, if you don't have enough experience in how to do this, you might just make yourself wrong and then go and get another course. That's also not going to work. So the way that it actually works, and like my clients generate good income. They sell programs for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $50,000. Not because we know wealthy people, not because we somehow out of integrity. Everybody I work with is extremely in integrity. extremely soul aligned. And what they're delivering is very specific, high frequency gift. But that has to do with where is the frequency you're at, and are you there consistently? What is the vibratory range that you're able to maintain so that you can really serve through that and raise your clients to get into that range? What is this unique you that meant to come out without shame, without apology, without, well, what if somebody doesn't like me? Of course somebody's not gonna like you. That's normal. No person will be liked by everybody, and if they are, they're really fake. So you don't want to be a fake person, you want to be a real person. And the real people are not going to be liked by everybody. You have to honor the fact that you are different. The more you do that, and the more you allow yourself to truly show up and be yourself, the more you're going to benefit by the correct business strategy and proper delivery of your gift in a form that allows you time freedom. In other words, all those three things actually come together. So if you don't have the correct strategy, business doesn't work. If your offer is not packaged correctly, you might end up in a hustle and working 24/7 instead of actually having time freedom. But if you don't have the self-expression figured out, that's where you start to feel like it's hard when you're wearing a mask, when you have to be something you're not in order to sell your offer, in order to get paid. And of course, you don't want to do that. So then you just don't sell, and then you end up with not generating income. So you can see how all these three things are connected. So with the self-expression, a lot of times it's just fear of not being liked, or not being good enough, or not being smart enough. And mind you, you're all successful people. You already know that you're somebody. You already know that you're spiritually mature person. So all this stuff is just a lower self kind of subconscious thing that you're probably having secretly going on in the background. But nevertheless, the more we become visible, the more we have to let go of all these secret little internal conversations and truly be what we are. And visibility is an important component of having a business that generates you income. So if you want to bring in your soul work, if you want to be that person who truly serves because humanity needs you and you have the gift, and you want to bring abundance to you through that in a financial sense, through money, that means these three components need to be together, and you have to be visible. There is no way to do this without visibility. But visibility can look different. It doesn't have to be being the most famous person on Instagram or something and having millions of followers on TikTok. Like, these are not required things that I know the internet would make you believe that you have to post every day, show up every day, talk all the time, be on social all the time. No, you don't. You do need to know, though, what is your specific profit potential, what is specific way by which you can do something without feeling like you're losing energy. And then that is the way that then gets programmed into your marketing so that you are able to bring people through you in a way that's natural to you. So if everything I'm saying resonates with you and you're noticing that, yep, I'm in this place where these three things are not balanced, you know, you might be generating income, but through a lot of hustle, and there's no time freedom, even though you sort of expressing yourself, but maybe not fully. Maybe you're feeling like you kind of have to wear a mask to be something you think you should be in order to sell. Maybe you're not generating any income because there is no hustle, because you want the time freedom so much that you're just refusing to put on effort of any kind. And then you also feel kind of unexpressed because you don't have enough clients to generate income. Whatever place you are in that cycle, I would love to talk to you and help you translate these components into something that actually works for you. This is literally what I do. I have a program for beginners who are just like thinking of starting the business or barely have a business, maybe charging, maybe not even charging for what they do, and they want to figure out how to actually make this a business. So you start correctly. I also have a program for people who are at the higher level, who may be generating $3,000-5,000 a month or inconsistent $10,000 a month, and they want to know how to stabilize the business and actually grow it further. Like, you're already at the place where you're serious about promoting yourself and being out there and all that. Great, I have a program for that too. And the higher levels as well. Whichever place you're at, these three components of freedom are absolutely essential. And I want you to be free. I really want you to be free, because this is not... we didn't come here to do this amazing soul work and be trapped. I mean, this whole planet consciousness, the humanity has been trapped for so long. We are here to de-trap it. We are here to actually create freedom for the other people by showing them something through the frequency gifts we're bringing. But that means that we actually have to be in those frequencies ourselves. And that's where some of the pieces that I can bring for you come into play. So I'm looking forward to talking with you. The link is in description. Let's connect and let's see how we can get you to have that amazing freedom while you're doing your soul work and getting paid well for it. My love to you.